This video is an overview for the Soluxe Universal Relay Panels. The Soluxe Universal is a single board solution and has the capability to control 8 relays per board. It is DMX or Modbus ready and requires a connection from a front-end controller. If a front-end controller is not being used, a timekeeper or a Nexus controller from TouchPlate can be used. To get more information on these controllers, check us out on our website at TouchPlate.com. The Soluxe Universal has manual override control, each relay is electronically held and rated at 20 amps. Okay, now let's review the low voltage terminations and the dip switches for the Soluxe Universal. The yellow spring-loaded connector is for the 18 to 24 volt AC or DC input. This is not polarity sensitive. The green-black-red spring-loaded connector is for the RS-45 panel-to-panel communication network. The green is for the ground of the shield, black is for the minus, and the red is for the plus. Again, this is for the RS-45 panel-to-panel communication network. There are 2 dip switch blocks that can be found on the Soluxe Universal. There's the address dip switch block and the options. On the address dip switch block, there are 8 available options here. Each of these addresses has a value. Number 1 equals 1, 2 equals 2, 3 equals 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. Again, these are the addresses on the Soluxe Universal. On the options, again, there are 8 available options here. 1, 2, and 3 are to set the baud rates. 4 through 7 are not used. And number 8 is to reverse the order of the relays. Number 8 comes from the factory in the off position. The relay to the far left is relay number 1, and the relay to the far right is relay number 8. If you want to reverse this order, just simply turn relay number 8 to the on position. There are 2 indicator LEDs on the Soluxe Universal. There's the heartbeat indicator, which indicates the Soluxe Universal is under normal power, and there's the communication indicator, which indicates the Soluxe Universal is communicating with the front-end controller. Again, this is the low voltage terminations and the dip switches for the Soluxe Universal. Okay, now let's review the line voltage side of the Soluxe Universal. Terminals SW1 through SW8 are for the lighting loads or the switch legs from the relays. Terminals H1 through H8 are for the breaker feeds, which will feed power to the relays. The Soluxe Universal comes from the factory with 7 jumpers, which will feed power up the board from 1 breaker feed. These jumpers can be taken out at any time if separate circuits are needed for each individual relay or different banks of relays. Again, this is the line voltage for the Soluxe Universal. To get more information, be sure to check us out on our website at TouchPlate.com.